We are watching an historic run by the Toronto Blue Jays. The team has won 10 in a row, and a win this afternoon in Chicago would tie a franchise record last accomplished in 2015. Joining us to talk about this amazing streak and the prospects for the rest of the season is one of the team's play-by-play voices, Ben Shulman. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Big smile on your face. It's a good time to be with the Jays right now. When we look at this big picture and we say who's getting it done, the answer is it seems like everyone.
Yeah, it really is. I think that's the most fun thing about this team is some of the other great teams recently, they've been really fun to watch, but two or three guys are really the focal point. Anyone could be the hero on any day. It could be Vlad, it could be Bo, it could be George Springer, it could be Ernie Clement, it could be Miles Straw. It's been Joey Loperfido recently, and he got called up a couple days ago. I think it's a really easy team to latch on to because so many guys are coming up with big moments and ingratiating themselves to the fans.
Let's talk about some of those younger guys. So like Addison Barger, clearly he's become a fan favorite in the last little chunk of time because it's also who he is, right? Like he just seems like a good guy, the vibe that they have. So we were seeing David Schneider. That was, who was that?
It's a little Addison Barger action at third,
I think I was at that game. That might have been on Sunday for that one. But some really young energy, which is that fueling some of the veterans? Like, how's that dynamic working?
I think it is. I think it's a nice mix of some guys with a lot of experience and some guys who are still really fighting to be in the big leagues right now, and they have that hunger, and that's what's going to help you when you're having a tough stretch. Those guys are always going to be in a good mood, always be energized. If you're Addison Barger, you're still trying to break through into the big leagues, and he's doing it in a big way. But it's a cool mix where there isn't a divide really between young and old. It's kind of a celebrated thing that there's a great mix of guys in the clubhouse, and they're all getting along together really well.
Heading into the All-Star break very, very soon, what is that going to do for momentum? Is this going to be a positive thing or, yay break, or negative in that we're on a roll and now what?
Yeah, it's kind of both in a way, and it is a tough thing for the Blue Jays. They need that break. Their starting pitchers are guys with a lot of innings in their careers. They're veteran guys, and they could use it. They're in the middle of a 16 games and 16 day stretch that ends today. At the same time, if you have won 11, 12, 13 in a row, or even 13 of 14, it does feel like it's a little bit of a break that maybe you don't want because they're really rolling right now. It's only 4 days at the end of the day. I think they will be fine, but it will be a bit tough if they win until the All-Star break, 1 more against Chicago and 3 against the A's, to then shut it down for a little bit and stop the good times that have been going.
Stopping the good times from rolling. Come on, we can't do that. Let's talk about the future now. When it comes to trade deadline, when it comes to Bo Bichette, what does your crystal ball tell you?
My crystal ball's very cloudy on Bo Bichette. I just don't know. I wish I did. I think there's a scenario where they sign him to an extension. There's a scenario where he goes to free agency and they still sign him back. And there's a scenario where he goes to free agency and leaves. It is a hard thing to know right now. He's a very talented player and a shortstop. And shortstops command a lot of interest because it's just about the most important position on the field. So that, I don't know. On the trade deadline, I can see a little bit more into the crystal ball. I imagine multiple pitching additions, maybe one in the starting rotation and one in their bullpen, and potentially a right-handed hitter. They're very left-handed heavy this year, which has been a change for them and a good change, but maybe someone for when they face a lefty pitcher to have a right-handed hitter that's going to hit that kind of guy better. I think that could be in the cards for them.
Okay, well, there's still a whole lot of season to go.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Shulman, go Jays! Go Jays. All right, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.